That there's no fearless space for women, neither in the home, neither in the office or mother's womb. So would it be right to tag India is no country for women?
Rapes have been reduced to being just stories like numerous other stories. The reason I'm here is because another dark chapter has been added to Odisha's rape record. On June 21, a minor girl who was raped and forcibly aborted after being impregnated made it to newsrooms after she reached out for help. In the time of pandemic, it didn't make much noise, but was just one of the news stories lined up for the day. The sexual violence and disasters is often underreported as is considered a luxury issue. And Odisha is far worse that never gets the airspace or newsprint space in regional and national media, barring a few, when it comes to atrocities against women and rapes. The state has also achieved infamy owing to some of the much talked about cases that have not made much headway even after a long battle. Maybe because we are a less sensitive people with an insensitive government machinery and no sense humans who commit these crimes. We have had Chabirani case, we have had Pipili gang rape, Kasturi case and many in the past that have never gotten to national headlines, though they have checkered the history of Odisha's state of affairs on women's safety. Particularly when protectors turn perpetrators, it does not need any mentioning that we are headed towards a degradation of our socio-cultural fabric. The recent incident of rape and abortion of a minor girl and the complicity of 2 police personnel, including an IIC doctor in Sundargarh district of the state, and the survivor's stepfather is far more appalling than anything else, especially at a time when the state is battling COVID pandemic, as is the world. A minor tribal girl approached the Birsa Child Welfare Committee on June 21, alleging that she was gang raped and later forced to abort in Birmitrapur police limits area of Sundargarh district in Odisha. Based on the complaint, a case was registered against as many as 6 persons, including the girl's stepfather, 2 police officials, including the in charge of Birmitrapur police station, a doctor, and her 2 male friends. As per reports, the survivor, a resident of Raibaga Panchayat, was rescued from Birmitrapur bus stand on June 14 by police. Learning that the minor girl was pregnant, police allegedly took her to a government hospital and got her aborted without even informing the CWC about the matter. Later, they lodged the victim at a child and shelter home. But what was most shocking was the CWC officer Ramachandra Behera, who raised the possibility of police involvement in the case. Based on the inquiry, the CWC filed a complaint at Raibaga police station on Wednesday, following which a 5-member special team headed by Sundargarh SP visited the CWC unit where the victim is lodged and questioned her. The SP also visited Birmitrapur police station for further probe. As the incident headlined the state media, Odisha police was forced to order a crime branch probe. The investigation revealed the role of the tainted Birmitrapur IIC Anand Maji, who was initially dismissed and later arrested. The incident tarnished the reputation of the state police and the government, with the Odisha police DG issuing an apology to the girl soon after. In the fag end of 2019, another case under Section 376G of IPC and some sections of POCSO Act was registered at Kumbharpada police station of Puri against a dismissed police constable and several others for allegedly abducting and gang raping a minor girl inside a police quarters of Puri district. Following a massive public outrage, the Kumbharpada police managed to arrest the prime accused and his aides. Weeks later, an assistant sub-inspector of Balanga police station was detained by Pipili police in connection with the alleged rape of a 30-year-old woman in Puri. As per the complainant, she along with her husband had approached Balanga police over a family dispute. However, the ASI allegedly called her to his quarters on pretext of resolving the matter and raped her. The woman further alleged that the cop had threatened her to frame in false charges if she reveals the matter to anyone. I'm sure such stories must be echoing in other parts of the state or falling flat as the state mechanism is grappling with a growing number of COVID-19 cases. Under such pandemic restrictions, survivors may not be gathering courage to voice their complaint, and even if they do, it must be falling on deaf ears, as has been in most cases. Vulnerable to abuse, these girls, minor or major, end up ending lives many times, as happened in the recent past in the Kasturi case. Evidence shows that rates of sexual violence increase during states of emergency, including natural disasters, active conflict and health crisis. The National Commission for Women reported spike in complaints received through email alone related to various offences against women from March 24, when the lockdown was announced, through the present day. The number of such cases must be much higher but may not be getting reported. The challenges in not coming forward to report include uncooperative officers who may refuse to even file a first information report, the first step to initiating a police investigation, especially if victims belong to economically or socially marginalized communities. This is wreaking havoc on women's physical, mental and emotional health. According to the National Family Health Survey NHFS4 2018, every third woman in India suffers sexual or physical violence at home. Maintaining and strengthening non-contact based redressal mechanisms like helplines is vital given the demand for physical distancing warranted by COVID-19. During such times, community vigilance and support could go a long way by identifying, reaching out and supporting women and girls who survive sexual violence. The Chief Minister Naveen Patnaik had stressed on curbing domestic violence during lockdown and asked the police to take stern steps against those involved. But reality is far different. That was proved again in the present Sundargarh Raibaga case. A crime committed 20 days back comes to fore only after the survivor gains strength. If our panchayats and SHGs plus frontline workers are being given powers to handle pandemics, these people can be sensitized and made catalysts to control epidemics like rape and provide support to those who face trauma. Violence against women and girls is one of the most pervasive forms of human rights violation and should be recognized by all. Solutions lie in acknowledgement of the problem and policy prioritization for coordinated response, but does our government do that? Before this Raibaga case also fades into history, as in all other such ghastly crimes that shakes our conscience as a collective whole, we would want to make it register among those who have been silent in all such cases. We would want you all to sit and take note. The least we expect is to raise a voice against such crime that scars the survivor as much as the state or the nation.